Top 9 Canada Study Permit Refusal Reasons and Your Options in 2025. Canada's stricter study permit rules in 2025 have led to record-high refusal rates, leaving thousands of international students uncertain about their future. Understanding the top reasons for rejection is now essential for improving approval chances. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Canada has traditionally been viewed as a land of opportunity for international students, offering globally respected universities, strong career pathways, and prospects for permanent residency. Yet in recent years, that dream has become harder to achieve. By 2024, nearly 290,000 study permit applications were denied, marking an all-time high in refusals. This unprecedented rejection rate sent shockwaves across the globe, leaving aspiring students anxious, universities concerned about declining enrollments, and immigration professionals scrambling to adjust strategies. The approval rate plunged to just 48% in 2024, compared to around 60% in earlier years, signaling a turning point in Canada's immigration stance toward temporary residence. With stricter rules, higher financial thresholds, and a capped number of permits, the landscape for studying in Canada has been transformed. This video explores the 9 most common reasons behind study permit refusals, the systemic changes driving them, and the practical steps applicants can take to improve their chances of success. A new era for Canadian international education. In 2024, the government capped study permit issuances at 360,000, nearly 35% lower than in 2023. Officials argued that the measure was needed to relieve pressure on housing, healthcare, and local infrastructure, all strained by record-high immigration. As of December 2023, Canada hosted over 1 million international students, contributing more than 42 billion Canadian dollars annually to its economy. Yet, the surge in applications also fueled skepticism about whether students were using the system solely to gain permanent residency rather than for genuine educational purposes. By mid-2025, the refusal rate skyrocketed further, with 62% of applicants denied between January and July. Such numbers illustrate not only tighter government oversight, but also recurring applicant weaknesses in financial proof, immigration intent, and documentation. Why applications fail. Breaking down the top refusal reasons. According to Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, officers cited an average of 2.7 reasons per refusal. Below we unpack the most significant ones, offering deeper insights and remedies. 1. Weak evidence of returning home after studies, 76% of refusals. The primary reason officers deny study permits is doubt over whether applicants will return to their home country. Immigration law requires proof that students intend to leave Canada once their permit expires, even though many pathways exist for work permits or residency afterward. Why officers doubt intent. Zenotation spot limited travel history or overstays in other countries. Zenotation spot weak ties to the home country, no job, property, or family obligations. Zenotation spot overemphasis on Canadian permanent residency goals in applications. How to overcome it. Zenotation spot write a statement of purpose that explains your intent to return home and how your Canadian education benefits your local career. Zenotation spot provide evidence of employment opportunities, family commitments, or property ownership in your country. Zenotation spot clarify travel history if it appears inconsistent or limited. 2. Financial assets raising doubts, 53.3% of refusals. Canada doubled its cost of living requirement from $10,000 to $20,635 in 2024, excluding tuition and travel. Many applicants failed to provide sufficient proof of stable finances. Why finances cause refusal. Zenotation spot unexplained large deposits or irregular banking patterns. Zenotation spot old or incomplete bank statements. Zenotation spot officers suspecting applicants plan to work illegally to cover expenses. Solutions. Zenotation spot submit at least 6 months of consistent bank statements. Zenotation spot use a guaranteed investment certificate from a Canadian bank. Xenotation spot if supported by family, include their bank records and notarized sponsorship letters. 1. Purpose of visit not matching temporary intent, 47.3%. Officers often feel an applicant's academic plans don't align with their history or stated goals. Why this happens? Xenotation spot applicants applying for programs unrelated to prior studies. Xenotation spot SOPs that are generic, vague, or focus more on PR than education. Xenotation spot no explanation for career shift. Fixes. Xenotation spot connect your study choice to career development in your home country. Xenotation spot if switching fields, explain logically, e.g., an engineer studying business for entrepreneurial plans. Xenotation spot highlight temporary intent while acknowledging Canada's dual intent policy. 4. Tuition funding concerns, 18.8%. International tuition averages CA $20,000, $30,000 annually, and many refusals occur when applicants cannot show they can afford it. Why it happens? Xenotation spot no proof of first-year tuition payment. Xenotation spot vague funding sources like unverified loans. Xenotation spot overly ambitious programs with unaffordable tuition. Solutions. Xenotation spot submit receipts or bank drafts of tuition payments. Xenotation spot attach loan approval letters, scholarships, or grants. Xenotation spot consider lower-cost schools or colleges. 5. Lack of proof for living expenses, 18.4%. Alongside tuition, students must prove they can cover $20,635 annually, plus extra for dependents. Why officers refuse? Xenotation spot incomplete documentation for funds. Xenotation spot reliance on part-time jobs in Canada. Xenotation spot overlooking financial requirements for dependents. How to resolve? Xenotation spot provide bank statements or GICs showing required funds. Xenotation spot avoid suggesting that part-time work will finance your stay. Xenotation spot account for dependents' expenses when applicable. 6. Refusals with unspecified reasons, 14.9%. Although reduced from past years, vague refusals remain a source of confusion. Why it occurs? Xenotation spot officers use it when cases don't fit clear categories. Xenotation spot applicants receive refusal letters with minimal details. What to do? Xenotation spot request GCMS notes to uncover details. Xenotation spot carefully study officer decision notes, introduced in 2025 for transparency. Xenotation spot work with professionals to address weaknesses before reapplying. 7. No strong family ties outside Canada, 7.3%. Some applicants appear to lack reasons to return home because they have few or no family connections there. Why officers flag it? Xenotation spot single or young applicants without obligations. Xenotation spot no mention of family responsibilities. How to fix? Xenotation spot submit documents proving family relations and responsibilities. Xenotation spot highlight community involvement or professional commitments at home. Xenotation spot if family ties are limited, emphasize employment or property as anchors. 8. Document fraud and misrepresentation. In 2024, more than 13,000 refusals were linked to fake or altered documents, leading in many cases to 5-year bans. Why it happens? Xenotation spot forged financial statements or transcripts. Xenotation spot failure to disclose prior refusals or immigration history. Xenotation spot enhanced fraud detection tools by IRCC. How to prevent issues? Xenotation spot ensure all documents are authentic and verifiable. Xenotation spot provides certified translations where needed. Xenotation spot be fully transparent about past applications. 9. Missing or incomplete applications. Thousands of applicants fail because they forget or overlook requirements such as biometrics, provincial attestation letters, or updated financials. Why it happens? Xenotation spot new requirements like PALS, mandatory from January 2024, catch applicants off guard. Xenotation spot rushing applications close to deadlines. Prevention. Xenotation spot begin applications at least 6 months before programs start. Xenotation spot follow IRCC's official checklist closely. Zenotation spot double-check documents for accuracy and completeness. How IRCC's new transparency policy changes the game. To address criticism, IRCC introduced reforms in July 2025 requiring more detailed refusal letters. Officers must now often include decision notes explaining weaknesses in applications. Benefits. Zenotation spot applicants gain clarity on why they were refused. Zenotation spot fewer unspecified refusals, which dropped to 14.9% in 2024. Zenotation spot opportunity for targeted reapplications. Zenotation spot applicants can also still request GCMS notes for deeper insights. What to do after receiving a refusal. A refusal does not end your chances. Applicants have several legal and procedural options. 1. Reapply with a stronger case. Zenotation spot correct weaknesses highlighted in the refusal letter. Zenotation spot update SOPs, bank statements, or tuition receipts. Zenotation spot reapply within 60 days to stay on track. 2. Request reconsideration. Zenotation spot if you believe IRCC made an error, request a review of the decision. Zenotation spot provide evidence that was overlooked, e.g., a GIC or tuition proof. 3. Seek judicial review. Zenotation spot file in the Federal Court of Canada if refusal was unreasonable. Zenotation spot requires legal help and must be filed within 60 days. 4. Explore other pathways. Zenotation spot apply to less costly or less competitive institutions. Zenotation spot consider other countries such as Australia or the UK. Zenotation spot apply for shorter courses that require only visitor visas. Strategies to boost approval chances in 2025 and beyond. 1. Start early. Allow at least 6 months for document gathering. 2. Prove financial stability. Provide consistent 6-month banking records. 3. Craft a unique SOP. Tailor it to your career goals, not generic templates. 4. Stay transparent. Disclose all relevant history and provide genuine documents. 5. Monitor policy updates. Stay updated on annual changes to study permit rules. Looking ahead, the future of Canada's International Student Program. Canada's 2025 to 2027 immigration levels plan aims to lower the proportion of temporary residents from 6.5% to 5% by 2026. This means continued high scrutiny and possibly stricter eligibility. For 2025, the study permit cap is set at 437,000, slightly higher than 2024 but still below pre-cap levels. Countries like India, which faced an 81% refusal rate in Q2 2025, may feel the hardest impact. Even with these hurdles, Canada remains a leading destination due to Zenotation spot high-quality universities, Zenotation spot post-graduation work permit opportunities, Zenotation spot potential pathways to permanent residency. Applicants who prepare thoroughly, meet financial benchmarks, and present compelling SOPs will still find opportunities to achieve their Canadian education dreams. Final thoughts. The surge in study permit refusals in 2024 to 2025 highlights a stricter, more competitive environment for international education in Canada. For students, the path forward is not closed but requires meticulous preparation, transparent documentation, and financial readiness. By understanding the top refusal reasons, immigration intent, financial proof, and document authenticity, students and education consultants can significantly improve application success rates. Canada continues to welcome global talent, but only those who demonstrate genuine purpose, strong preparation, and credibility will succeed in the new immigration landscape. While refusals can be discouraging, knowing the common pitfalls and available options helps applicants prepare stronger cases. With the right strategy, persistence, and proper documentation, studying in Canada in 2025 is still within reach. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video.
Canada's international student landscape has undergone a dramatic shift, with the study permit refusals reaching record levels. In 2024, nearly 230,000 applications were denied, dropping the approval rate to 48%. a cap of 360,000 permits, stricter financial rules, and high-tech scrutiny have contributed to this surge, where 62% of applicants refused in early 2025. The top refusal reasons include doubts about intent to return home 76%, weak financial proof 53.3%, mismatched study proposals 47.3%, inadequate tuition and living expenses funds, vague or incomplete documentation, lack of family ties, fraud or misrepresentations, and missed new requirements like a provincial attestation letters. IRCC has introduced transparency measures including officer decision notes, reducing bagging, unspecified recusals after recusal applicant cannot reapply, but the stronger evidence requires reconsideration, seek judicial review, and explore alternatives such as other institutional or countries. The 2025 cap said A. 4,37,000 permits. Success now depends on financial readiness, authentic documentation, and carefully crafted study plan.